Hi everyone, in my previous videos I have given an overview of dynamic translation and how we can achieve dynamic translation or language translation using scripts, which again are using dynamic translation API. And in this video I'm going to show you how we can do the same using dynamic translation spoke, which is available out of the box when we install dynamic translation plugin. So this is an incident record which is not created yet. Let me select a caller and select a particular text. If I save this ticket, this is just to make sure that translation is not happening via the scripts, because I have already disabled those scripts in the backend. If I go to the translation tab, there is no language detected, there is no short description which is translated. So now how can we make the translation happen using the spoke is that I'm going to jump to the flow designer. Let's create a new flow. Put that language on insert. Let this be the name of my flow. I'm going to change this to system user and let's submit this record. So I want to detect the language only when the record is inserted. So for that, let's just add a trigger. My trigger is when the record is created, which means when an incident record is created, then only this flow is going to execute. Incident. This is the incident table. Advanced options. Yes, 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 yes. Everything looks okay. Done. Add an action. Let's say add an if condition. If my short description is not empty, then only it translates the text and detects the language. Short description, where it is. Drag and drop. Short description is not blank. This is the condition. Inside this if, now I am going to add an action. Dynamic translation. Here I can use the detect language to detect the language of a particular text. The text is mentioned again in my short description field. So I'm going to do a drag and drop again. And translator is Microsoft. So in this part, my language will be detected, and if I have to translate the text to my desired language, then I need to add another action over here. Again, I am look for dynamic translation. Come on, translate text. Text to translate is within my short description field again. Target language is English. I want to convert whatever text is written over there in the English language. My translator is Microsoft. And if I want, I can add multiple target languages over here by clicking on this plus icon. But for now, I only want this in English. So this part is also complete. So once language is detected, my text is converted. Now I want to update this back to my incident record in the translation tab, which I have already shown you. There are two fields. One is ticket language and the second one is short description translated. So I'm going to add an action over here to update the record. Where's the record? So record is my incident record. Let's drag and drop the incident record over here. Table is auto populated. So first field which I want to auto populate is my ticket language field, and the second would be short description. To populate the ticket language, so ticket language field is of type reference. See over here. So I cannot simply drag and drop the response received from the data pool in the detect language because it is in the form of string, and also the data pills towards the right side are disabled, so drag and drop in any case would not work, even if the field ticket language would have been in string format. So I will have to write a custom script to make it work. Okay, so let's jump to the script part. So I am getting the language from this detected language, which is the second part of the data pills. So I can simply do language code equals to ft underscore data dot second is detect language, then again dot detected underscore language dot code. Okay, so here I have the language code. I just need to get the sys ID of this language code, for which I have already written a function which I demonstrated in my previous video. Let me show it to you again. So I will have to go back to my script include. Script include. This is my script include. Here I have already written a function which returns the sys ID of the language. So this is the function get language sys ID. I just need to call this function. So I hope you guys are already aware how to call. So language sys ID equals to new, then the name of my script include dot Then I'm going to mention the name of the function, and then I'm going to pass the language code. And I can simply return the language sysID from here. And it will set my ticket language. Okay, so this part is done. And the second field which I want to set is the short description field. Short description translated. Again, as I mentioned, the data pills are already disabled, so I won't be able to drag and drop the translated text from here. Let's try. It doesn't work. So again, I will have to use a couple of scripts to achieve what I want to achieve. Now let's see how we can do that. So this particular object, translate text object, is actually an array of the multiple languages which we want to convert our data into. As I already mentioned, that I can pass multiple languages in the translate text action by clicking on plus icon. So that is the reason this is an array which returns responses for all those languages, all the translated text. That is why I need to set it in that form. So again, this is going to be ft underscore data dot translate text, and then the name of my object in this case is translation. Then I can simply get the translated text over here. Since my target language is only English, array will contain only one data. So to get the single element of the array, I need to pass 0 over here. Then I can use the translated text, and I can simply return my translated short description now. Let's click on done and save this flow. Flow saved successfully, and let's activate this flow as well. Flow activated successfully. There was no error while activating the flow. Now go back to the incident and create a new incident. Abraham Lincoln. Let's copy this text, paste it over here, and save this record. Now in the translations tab, based on whatever short description I've mentioned here, the detected language should be populating whatever this language is, and the conversion of this text should also be visible. So let's click here and see what is the meaning of this text. And now navigate to the translations tab. Language is populated and the conversion is populated. You can see it's the same. So this is how we can achieve the same using the dynamic translation spoke. There is one more thing which I want to uh, show you, how I have got the object names over here. Like for example, if I talk about this one, detected language, because if you take a look at the response, it is something like this, and it is not detected underscore language, it is detected language. So this I have taken a look at the flow which executed in the backend. Okay, where's the flow? Where's the flow? Let us open this in operations view. If you know, if you're not able to see operations view in your instance, then you need to activate a system property, which you can easily look into the ServiceNow docs. So let's go to the translate text. And if I click on the detected language, so here you can see that I am taking a look at the detected underscore language object, not the detected language. So when we use it via the dynamic translation API scripts, then we make use of detected language. When we are writing a script in the dynamic translation spoke in the flow designer, so we use detected underscore language. So that's the difference, and that's where you come to know which object you need to use to get the value of the language or to get the value of the translated text. If I take a look at here, you can easily see that it is an array of objects and the name of the object is translations. So this is pretty much it, and this is how we can achieve language detection or the translation of the language using dynamic translation spoke, which is available out of the box as part of the dynamic translation plugin. Thank you for watching and don't forget to subscribe.